everyone, my name is Mitz, here back at Phoenix for the Conflict of Interest. So, we're now to the second phase of the trial, and now we're going to see Weed Lady, hopefully, to talk us through this whole thing. If it's not her, it's even better because we have to deal with her shenanigans, even though she's just very entertaining. Just come on to the stand already, you. Has the prosecution had enough time? Plenty. We're ready to call her in. Miss, approach the stand. Don't crawl. Okay, yeah, no, it's definitely her. We need to see you clearly before we can give your testimony. You'll be safe. Whatever. Yeah, obviously. Weed Lady! Let's get this over with. It's you! You didn't think it was gonna be her? Herder. Of course it's me, meathead. You saw the crime? What were you doing there? Your mom. My mom's dead, though. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. My mother's a very nice lady. Come on, Phoenix. Don't get in an argument with this immature weirdo. Is this what you visited us for yesterday? What visit? I never went to you for nothing. I expect he's a stupid lawyer and he's unreliable for anything. Is she really gonna hold a grudge for that? Stop it. I want the trial ended in an orderly fashion. Well, with her on the stand, yeah, that's not gonna happen. She probably has like 500 pepper sprays on hand, and a belt, holster, on top of her hat, in her hair, just everywhere, okay? She's been planting them all around the courtroom all across the world. We're never safe. Never safe. Witness, you're here to testify against the defendant. Please introduce yourself. Glad to support her. You already knew that. No, I did not. Support yourself off to the nearest ocean then and drown. I did, it was just for procedure. Procedures, though. Someone saw the very moment of the crime. She identified the culprit. Why are you out at a cul-de-sac late at night? I'm assuming it took place at night. Yeah. It's weird either way if you were there the day or night, actually. Miss Porter, can you tell us what happened? What did you see? Simple. He took that shovel and bashed the guy's head in. Whack. 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 Oh. Well, that's decisive. You're obviously certain that it was the defendant? It couldn't be more. Could you see him clearly? Picture perfect. Face and everything. Combine this with a fingerprint weapon, what more is there to say? Yes, it does seem that way. With your more once, witness, you explain what you saw in depth. Well, she saw his face, and like that guy with that face, like holding the shovel. Unless some weird rubber mask shenanigans are in play again, then that he guilt man. I left the city for a bit of a relaxation. I made it around about 9. Oh. I saw 2 guys out there, right in the middle of the woods. Really suspicious. They're talking about something. I don't know what. I don't really care. One guy attacked the other. Bam! Right in the head. The dead man fell down. The killer went to bury him with a shovel. And then he saw me, got spooked, and ran off. It's a miracle I'm alive. He ran off? Just like that. I must have spooked him. How bad he wasn't planning on getting caught red-handed. Late at night, I guess. Well, that's not even late at night, literally. The only time it's late at night is it was after midnight. Or, like, 2 in the morning. It's pretty firmly identified Mr. Yossarian as the killer. Did you know either the victim or the killer? No, I never met either of them. How did you identify him through the police? I just described him and they did the rest. So you had no idea who he was beforehand? That's strange. Strange? Your stupid face is strange. What's it to you who I do or don't know? Everything. It brings up a very good question. What exactly were you doing out in the middle of nowhere at that time of night? Relaxation, that's what she said, okay? With a belief her at 100,000,000%. You know your beeswax creep. Well, I mean, if you're gonna be a beekeeper, then I'm pretty sure you need to keep your beeswax in check. Irrelevant. What she was doing doesn't change what she saw. I like a decent answer. Why was she at the crime scene? Overruled, Mr. Williamson. I'll grant the defense's request. Witness, why were you there at the odd time and place? Fine. I was stargazing. Nah, I think you were selling Girl Scout cookies. In the middle of the woods. I was gonna be in the woods all the time, duh. There was a clearing somewhere that I was trying to find. I wasn't aware you had an interest in astrology. Oh, Cult of Paranormal Magazine, a moron. Ever heard of the Zodiac? Oh, don't go into Zodiac killer stuff. I'm just doing my freaking job. Why there? Wait, oh my god, I just realized. Do you do horoscopes? Oh god, let the newspaper do that itself. I don't want that on my other magazines. Why there? You can hardly deny your presence there is suspicious. Oh, bull roar. Do bulls even roar? Lions roar? Tigers roar? Ah, she's suspicious. Oh god, see, I told you, it's all back again. This again. You just don't learn, do you? Shall I remove her, sir? Oh, shall I remove her, sir? No. No. Take the blasted pepper spray. We'll continue. Miss Porter's testimony is too valuable to the case. The feds asked for an answer and she gave it. Why should we take it into question? Something strange. It was night in the woods. It should have been too dark to identify anyone. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that too. Well, what time was it? Well, depending on what... Like, if it's summer, then, like, the sun would go down way later, so... Yeah. Like, literally, right now, it's, like, summer. It's, like, usually the sun goes down, like, 8 or, like, past then. So, like, happen at 9, then could just be, like, you know, what is it? Dusk? Or sundown? So, like, there'd be light. Probably enough, maybe? Do you think she did it? She killed him. She's the culprit. It's worth investigating. Stargazing. That's laughably bad. You don't have a telescope or a camera that tries to pick up loud popping noises. You know, that's how I just do normal astrology. Wait, that's not astrology. Why was she really there? Try to pick some weeds. I left the city for a bit of relaxation. I made it there around 9 AM. Did you walk there? Why did you choose this forest specifically? What a cool name. It was spur of the moment. I was driving by, so the clearing from the road. I thought, that looks like a nice spot. That's convenient. Not for me. This is the second time this week. You think I like just finding these damn things? Witness language. Get bent. With a hammer. And once again, he does nothing. Order 2, a body at 0. Yeah, she's great. So 2 guys out there, right in the middle of the woods, way suspicious. What was suspicious about it? 2 guys just out there in the woods at night while they're having a, let's say, a bonding session. Ha! They were to something. What was your excuse again? Looking at stars. She was too busy looking at the night sky to see her own feet, and she tripped and looked up, and then, you know, Mordor. I got really bad vibe from it, so not to go no good those 2. It's a new location, it wouldn't be an abnormal reaction. But really, this is just her own personal analysis. I mean, isn't the woods nearby some people's houses, so... Like, yeah? I've had enough creepy people to know when I see them. I guess it'd be really suspicious to look really that dark outside then. I'd be scared too. It was really dark and she probably thought she was alone. Maybe so, but remember how delusional this woman can be. You're delusional, blockhead! You had no idea how creeped out I was. What did you do when you saw them then? Nothing. I just stayed hidden and tried to listen. Eavesdropping? Oh my gosh, that's a crime. One that I do all the time. They were talking about something. I don't know what. Don't really care. You don't care. You just said you were listening. Don't you think it might be important? Probably beats me, whatever it was. Why don't you care? Some guy's dead, no matter what. I wasn't close enough to hear the argument. They were arguing? Yeah, I could tell they were angry, but they were too far away. Heck, if I know what it was over. What's going on between them? Then one guy attacks the other, bam, right in the head, right in the kisser. The attacker was my client? No, stupid, it was the other guy, you know, the dead one. Oh my god, it's an elaborate suicide. Oh my god, it all makes sense now. Please stifle the sarcasm, there are some here who may not catch on. That's literally any joke. Sarcasm? She didn't mean that? Oh my god. I rest my case. Okay, well, yeah. Who else was gonna kill him? You had 2 guys there and one died. Think straight. Well, there was obviously... It was not the shovel that killed him. Since you're out stargazing, that means it's the meteor shower, and it was a freak meteorological event happening that went right onto the victim's head. And the culprit was just like, nope, I'm not dealing with this right now. I want to get rid of this body right now. I was just checking. You mentioned one bam. Did he only hit him once? It wasn't just once, it was... I don't know. Nothing really messed up, so it had to have been a lot. So awful. I'm glad I wasn't there. Wait, you made it sound like you just heard about how many times he was hit after the fact. The dead man fell down. The killer went to bury him with a shovel. Was he already dead? Wait, you went to bury him with a shovel? Like, I can see what the hole is for, but there's no dirt in here. Oh, I can see the dirt now there. But the blood's over top the blood, though. That doesn't make too much sense. So that must mean the hole was already made before the death happened. I don't know, I just saw him fall over. What's supposed to assume? He was taking a nap. Based on what we know, would the death have been instantaneous? The shovel's a heavy head, so it's possible. For Mr. Rosencrantz' sake, I hope he passed quickly. Either way, we have a corpse in our hands, and it shouldn't matter. Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? Not at the moment. Whether or not he was dead yet doesn't change anything. The main part of the testimony is that she saw Mr. Yossarian killing Rosencrantz. But then he saw me, he got spooked and ran off. It's a miracle I'm alive. Yeah, like, the next thought was just like, oh god, just a Joe Dark situation. Okay, you saw my crime, shovel spear, go! No, I didn't press that. Do you think she's lying? The fact she was there brings up an awful lot of questions. Not everything has to have a reason. It might just be coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidences, unless it's a meteorological event. Doubtful. Porter had some hidden agenda at Karain. We know she's shady. Is Karain connected to this case, too? What's she up to? Okay, ran off and spooked his miracle morning. Okay, after all these, I'll try to do the shovel thing again afterwards because the blood's over top the dirt. You didn't have time to bury the victim? Nope, you have me to thank for that. Single-handedly foiled his scheme. I'm sure the police are thankful for your heroics, then. Yeah, well, they should be. A bit narcissistic, this one. Was Rosencrantz buried when the police found him? Guildenstern was, Rosencrantz was not. Rosencrantz was lying next to a small amount of dirt. You can tell somebody had tried to unearth it the night before. Quisling was buried there. The police dug there and found Guildenstern. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Oh, this could be a situation where whoever the real killer was like trying to get the body of Guildenstern. Then Rosencrantz came by, saw it, argument ensued, and then the culprit killed Rosencrantz because they found Guildenstern. That could literally just be the motive then. That would also explain the blood over top of the dirt, actually. I mean, it doesn't make too much sense thinking about him, let me make a second grave for this guy I haven't even, like, I'm gonna make a second grave, and he comes by, he'll definitely not be suspicious. Whack over the head. So they weren't technically in the same grave, especially since Gladys Porter definitely saw them arguing, so it wasn't a thing where they're just waiting for them to come to the location, then surprise attack, they want to talk. You know, just dig the grave just in case for, the next person. For all intents and purposes, they were found together. The hole was being redug so that Rosencrantz could be buried there with the previous victim. Well, Guildenstern's killer could have known where he was buried. You think she's lying? Okay, yeah, everything's all the same. Don't think there's anything new, so let's see. So the dead man fell down, the killer went to bury him with a shovel. Okay, saving time, just to be sure. The killer went to bury him with a shovel. Yeah, I think the shovel is it because yeah, like see here, there's a brown, like a dark brown stain at the very tip of the shovel down there, and there's bright red blood over top of it. Pretty sure if like dirt was made after the fact, was the shovel was used to dig up dirt, the blood would be a bit more smeared at the very bottom. But it just looks splattered now it's it. Righty. Was he really burying the body? Something about that doesn't sit well with me. didn't do it all the way. I scared him off, remember? Oh, yes, you and your big old pepper spray bottles. You know, actually, that actually is pretty scary. Pepper in the eyes, God. No, it's the fact that he even tried. How would he bury anybody with this? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, too. My contradiction was way better, though. It snapped right in half. It would have been useless. Mr. Porter didn't really see him burying the body. Well, here's the thing. He went back to the storm shelter, broke it in half to disprove this whole line of questioning. He was thinking 10 billion steps ahead. He's too smart for us. We're never going to catch him. Bull! I meant to be a broken actor. I'm not finished. Your testimony implies the victim was killed with one hit. According to you, Rosencrantz fell down right after being struck.
Objection!
Allow me to clear up both these inconsistencies. What you saw there wasn't a suspect burying the victim. He was attacking him. While he was on the ground? Mr. Rosencrantz was either killed or stunned after the first blow. After hitting the ground, his killer continued to hit him. Over, and over, and over. That was the up and down movement she saw him making. She mistook it for him burying the corpse. Okay, that makes more sense. When did the shovel break then? He finished with Mr. Rosencrantz, of course. Weakened as a result of hitting him, but didn't stop immediately. The one that startled him in the process of burying the victim, he panicked. In an effort to escape, he snapped the handle and tried to hide in his basement. Okay, Lily just guessed the he broke the handle. Okay, the other door behind him, leaving us where we are now. That's a pretty good explanation. Yeah, honestly, it is. It's an excellent explanation. That's exactly what happened. That must be right. Yeah, of course it's right. Yes, now I remember. It was just so dark that I got confused. If the defense have any further objections, I believe we were about to deliver a verdict. Actually, after her last statement, I think there's a new contradiction here. I'd like for Miss Porter to explain how to identify the killer, how to identify the victim. Okay, how did this? Okay, how should I identify the killer? I guess the killer, because it was brought up several times in the darkness, but you know, because darkness, all that, and if what Bonnie's explanation is right, then she didn't even realize that, you know, he was attacking the victim instead of, you know, burying the body. So how do you even see the face too? How'd you say you identified my client again? I saw his face. I knew what he looked like, so I told the police. I remember you saying that. Funny. I could see his face clearly, but not whether he's hitting or burying Rosencrantz. Sounds like you have a very selective memory, Miss Porter. Care to explain for us? Well, it's not too complicated. You see... Oh. Okay. It was dark, stupid. What I did and didn't see. I stumbled across the two as I was trying to find a clearing. It was dark, but there was still enough light to see. Okay, dusk, you're going with that, okay. I saw the killer hit him right upside the face. Whack. One guy fell down behind a bush where I couldn't see. You stayed hidden that whole time. Until he started hitting him behind the bush. I might have screamed a bit. It was instinctive. I didn't mean to. And I tipped him off, so he ran away. She was in a position where she could see him, but they couldn't see her. I'm not sure why, but something seems off. It feels like it's like a situation almost of like like the culprit was like killing in anger, but the very second someone else saw, like they lost all their composure and just ran. So like if they couldn't find where she was, then like would the killer not like try searching for her a bit? Stumbled across the two as I was trying to find the clearing. That's when you saw them arguing? Yeah, we already went over that. Let's just skip on. Not until you say what you saw. I already did! What more do you want? All your pepper sprays. What factory you go to? Where do you get your free samples? If I want to know more, I better ask about all the little details. Was there anything I needed to ask her about? Which way they're facing, which way they were standing, where were they standing, what time was it? Time for you to get a watch! Okay. She said it was 9. Which way were they facing, where were they standing? Oh, can we get like a map or something? Which way they're standing? About where were they each standing? They were over by some big bush. Could either of you see you from there? No, not really. I was hiding. Hiding? I think what you just said is very important. Let's talk about that some more. Whatever. I was standing by the big bush. I was hiding behind a tree so they didn't see me. I'm trying to get a better mental image of the scene. Could you point out each of these places for us? Certainly. I have a map over here you can use. Okay, good. Miss Porter, please point out the tree and bush you were referring to. Oh. They're over there, by the big old grubby thingy. I looked up on the path, but dodged off as soon as I saw them. Okay, wait. I'm trying to wait, hold on a second. There's like, I'm looking at the suspect house at the Hood's house, top right, like, small map. Where is that deep in the woods? Like, you know, the one branching the trees? And this is like another path up there? Because, yeah, don't think there was any bushes on the path to the houses, what they saw me like there. I don't think they saw me yet, at least not until the murder. I screamed and the killer ran off. Any thoughts on the defense? I'll let you know if I have any. Nothing jumps out at me. I'll see if I can find even more information then. The prosecution will submit the map into evidence. There we go, fourth map. It's like a treasure map. Up for death. Sporter, you may continue. Sorry, but still enough light to see. Okay. Let's go back to see the other questions then. I think one we can see is which way they're facing. Would that matter too much? Which way was each man looking? The Rosen guy was looking the other way, I know. That means the other man was facing you? Yeah. They were having a conversation, Nimrod. Uncivilized baboons don't face the people they're talking to. Noted. I think what you said is very important. Let's talk about that some more. Whatever. Rosen, whatever, was facing away from me, and your guy was opposite him. Don't think it's too much important, but eh. Does that mean you never saw Rosencreutz's face? Not clearly. Based on the report, we identified the suspect but not the victim. So I knew what he was wearing. Not enough. Yeah, okay. Let's get the time thing of the way to do on. Even though she says 9, maybe something else came up? Maybe like more details about like, you know, how much light there was later on. When did you run across them? I don't know, I was keeping track. Maybe it was around 9? A little after that, I guess. I think we just said it's very important. Let's talk about that some more. Whatever! Don't keep doing it, Mo. It was around 9 o'clock, I think. Are you sure? Kind of. That was when I left the car. It would have been a few minutes later at the most. Don't get me wrong, but that's the moment it wouldn't make a difference. They either received the full autopsy, so there aren't any contradictions. Well, full. Wait, huh? Don't you usually get the autopsy by now anyway? Is the head that messed up? Okay. Perhaps. Was there anything else that might contradict it? It was dark, but there was still enough light to see. Didn't you have a flashlight with you? Yes, if I turned it off, I saw them. I didn't want them seeing me. Why not? That creeped me out. They might have just thought I was eavesdropping. They kind of were. You were. It's only rude if you make out the words. You must live in completely different worlds. Look, here's the thing. Keeping secrets is fun. And trying to learn people's secrets is also fun. Okay? Depends on which side of it you're on. Were you able to understand anything they said? Not enough. I only saw the important parts, like when I saw the killer hit him right up to the head with a whack. Like boxer gloves, boxer shovel gloves. Now I'm just imagining boxer gloves with a trowel, like, you know, taped in the middle of them. Oh god, pierce. This is a piercing stab right there. Do we know where the shovel came from? If I was meeting someone, I'd be concerned that they brought a weapon with them. Is it obvious? It was the suspects. Who else? I can't speak for Mr. Rosencreutz's reaction upon seeing it. The fact that it was there is very telling. The suspect's own possession used to kill a person. I know I heard that one before. The big idea here is that his fingerprints were overlapping the blood. However, if you really think he's guilty, I haven't forgotten. There's still a tiny hint of doubt. I have to keep pressing. Just don't let yourself get sucked in too much. One guy fell down behind a bush where I couldn't see. You couldn't see? Didn't you just say you saw him burying the victim? I saw movement. It looked like he buried the time. He sort of bent over and kept swinging. I couldn't tell, but he must have still been hitting him. I imagine it from her perspective. She could see through the bushes, but the branches obscured her view. His arms are moving up and down repeatedly. The mistake is understandable. Mr. Rosencrantz was behind the bush, however, which made him hard to see. This stupid bush in there. Yeah, it gives her the perfect excuse to see certain things. The perfect excuse, huh? That might be worth looking into. Of course, testimony stinks. It's not that spray he's carrying. Let's see if we can find out about this. This thing with the grave? Like, that's way across on. Like, yeah, hold on, let me look at that map again. Hey, we still don't know anything about this medicine bottle photo. I don't know, maybe it's Mr. Strange's prescription or something. Path of Woods. Okay, so just okay, blue witness thing. She's right there. Behind the killer is where the grave was, so if she mentions the grave, then we know that she's. Excuse me. Did she saw something more than that? Did she say grave at any point? I can't remember now. So I'm gonna cross the 2. Around 9 o'clock. Dark, but still enough light to see. So the killer hit him right upside the face. Right upside. Is that the thing actually? Like, the autopsy? What do we have the autopsy? Rosencrantz is the one we have, okay. Specimen suffered repeated blunt trauma to the skull, causing the head to be deformed beyond recognition. Apart from that, there are no signs of struggle. Okay, so we can't figure out the first blow because too many blows to even, like, register what was the first one to register. Yeah. Okay, I fell down a bush where I couldn't see. What file behind a bush? Wait, hold on a second. Fell behind? No, there's no bush to fall behind unless you went into the bush. No, that's impossible. Objection! Your accusation rests on seeing my client's face. But if that's the case, your whole story falls apart. What are you talking about? I mean, just talking about you were too busy looking at the grass, anything else. If he was facing towards you, the victim would have fallen behind the bush. Your testimony is self-defeating. I had to stand in these positions for you to get a clear view of the suspect's face. But you couldn't see the victims. I mean, look where Rosencrantz is. He would land in plain sight. You would have seen everything. Now, what's your explanation for mixing up him burying the victim? I don't know. She simply got confused. I was dark and hard to see. Either she saw both his face and Rosencrantz's body, or neither. No matter what, I see holes in her story. Don't listen to him, he's just spewing crap! He wants to get the dirty crook set free! Nice try, Miss Porter. I'm still waiting for an answer. If you're wrong witness, then perhaps you should explain why. Well, you didn't fall down right away. He kind of spun around first. Oh my god. I tried fighting off the bad guy, but he got pushed over and fell back. You just keep digging yourself in further and further. He didn't try fighting off his attacker. Didn't try fighting off the attacker. Who's that exactly? Like, literally, there's no sense of struggle, yeah. Rosencrantz's autopsy states that, apart from his head, he hadn't been injured. He never struggled against his opponent, which of course means what you just said was a complete lie. Witness! Too much work has gone into this trial. I will not have you following it up for me. I was just trying to help. You have a funny way of doing it, then. It's his fault, Porcupine Boys. I have to think of something. Blaming the fence for your own sin? Pitiful. The truth is, I don't know. Okay, there. I can't explain what happened or how. I just can't. Look, here's the truth, okay? I did see them, and I saw the killer's face. But then I heard a noise behind me, like a twig snapping. I jumped, okay? And I screamed a bit. I looked back to see what it was, but there was nothing. And when I turned back, there he was running away. I just filled in the gaps because I thought it was obvious what happened. Witness has an admission of perjury. You didn't see the moment of the death at all. I know. He's a rotten murderer. He killed your victim. I had to help. How is lying helping anyone? Well, on this instance, lying is not gonna help. It's not. I screwed up. I know. Just please believe me that everything else is true. You're leading us on like that? But please. I didn't see him die, but he was lying there. What else could have happened? Maybe you don't believe me anymore, but he was there. It is a doornail. Maybe, if you definitely think it was your staring as the one with the shovel there, you saw him there, he could have just, hit him with a shovel, but then, the victim fell on the ground, knocked out. Then the true killer came along, then, bash bash. The body was there, so it seems you got one thing right. I can't explain everything. Please let me. I'm sorry. This is all my stupid fault. I ruined everything. Thankfully, no. There's still a solid case with or without you. Right, I will leave the choice to you. We accept her new testimony, and the whole thing out. We'll dismiss her as the liar she is, and have the verdict decided now. She changed her statement so that she never saw the killing blow. Is that enough? What should I do? Now we gotta hear more. Let's continue. Miss Porter has given us new testimony, and it should be examined. It still sounds in the prosecutor's favor. If she's to be believed, then yes. I would have been fine either way. Porter's the only way to keep this case moving, and we haven't heard enough. My only choice is to find out her full story. What was she really doing there? And we'll find out this whole new truth for next time. Oh boy, okay, so definitely seems like if she definitely saw Monsieur Sarian there with a victim. Literally, it seems like whoever it was, if the shovel was brought along, that means it was premeditated. But then that would mean the only thing I can think of is literally, digging up the body, and then only he does whoever the culprit was. Mr. Stern wasn't wearing gloves, so fingerprints left on it. So if he was doing a premeditation, he didn't exactly plan all this out, really. Yeah, because there's blood over top, fingerprints over top of blood. There's not trying to go back and forth premeditation, spur of the moment. Because the shovel's brought there, it makes it more premeditated unless they're digging the body, and then the argument happened to find the body, and then hit him. Okay, but then there was twig snapping. That means there's a third party there. Yeah, there's anything else, or an animal. Obviously, the animals picked up the shovel and bashed the victim's head in. They were a vicious hunter. They had to be exterminated with. Yeah. The animal's fighting back. Oh well. So literally, okay, if literally she did see Yossarian there, but she never saw the killing below, that just means that the victim was just knocked out, or decided to take a nap, and then whoever set the twig behind her literally then came along to kill. As I'm pretty sure after that whole exchange, he would run back to her car and call the police, or something along those lines. Keep safe. Yeah, so I would do the situation: run back to my car, lock the doors, drive away somewhere, or just make a call. Literally, both do. So literally, no matter what, the crime scene be left alone until the police arrived. Then, so that means anyone could come along and kill them. But this is all supposition. But so, I guess we'll figure out see my theories right for next time. So, have a fun time watching as I am playing this. Hope you see you next time. What time may be, and I hope you fantastic day.